Have you ever thought, wait a second, couldn't I just do everything with GitHub Copilot in VS Code? That's exactly what I asked myself, so I gave it a try, and the results? Well, let's just say it wasn't what I had hoped for. In my last video, I showed an approach that worked well with GitHub Copilot and ChatGPT, but you might be wondering, why not just stay in Visual Studio Code with the VS Code agent and GitHub Copilot and let it handle everything? That's a fair question. Actually, that is what I tried first. I created a prompt directly inside VS Code and use VS Code agent with GitHub Copilot to see and try and the content summarization. The issues I found: sometimes the answers were vague, off target, or simply didn't match my request. The user experience wasn't great. I found myself going back and forth with the agent too many times instead of a smooth interaction. It felt like a grind. Repeated actions. At times, the agent would try to redo something it had already done before, wasting cycles and my patience. Last, slow response time. Instead of being efficient, I often had to wait much longer than expected. When you're trying to stay productive, these issues pile up fast. Instead of accelerating my workflow, they slowed me down. Here's the custom prompt to do all of it in VS Code with GitHub Copilot. It is called summarize all chat logs .prompt.md, and as you can see, here are the instructions in the prompt. Like the earlier prompt, I ask it to list all files in the folder archive and show all files that start with a 2-digit number. Then I request the agent for each file listed read the entire content and provide a brief summary. Now let's try this using GPT-4 in agent mode. Like before, here we are in agent mode and GPT-4.1. And like before, I'll type in slash summarize all chat logs, and then we'll see what the agent does. Okay, that's good. It's reading the archive folder. It's producing a summary, which is good. This is encouraging. And now let's ask in the history, each step decision in the product lifecycle. Alright, looks like I need to tell it to continue. Okay, now it's doing the next set of ones. I'm now speeding up the video in the interest of time. And I guess I'm still waiting for it to continue. And now it's not giving me what I want. If you compare it to before, it looked at each file and this looks, it gave a summary of what each file did, and then it kind of stopped. And when I said continue, it looked like it started reading more files. But now, instead of looking at each file, it's giving me a summary of the contents of one of the files. So again, this isn't doing what I wanted it to do. So from my perspective, this didn't work. Okay, now let's try the same thing now with GPT-5 Mini as the LLM. So first, let's start a new chat session. And again, we're still in agent mode, but this time we're now going to ask for GPT-5 Mini. Again, I'll just ask for that same prompt. Summarize all chat logs, and now we'll let the agent do its thing. Okay, this is good. It's saying it's searching the archive. Okay, again, this is encouraging. It looks like it's reading each of the individual files. I'm now speeding up the video in the interest of time. And it's still working. Again, compared to the first video, using ChatGPT with GitHub Copilot prompt and ChatGPT, um, the responses were much quicker. And now it looks like it's rereading the files again. If you recall, there were, okay, all right. I mean, it looks like it summarized things reasonably okay. But now it says it's completed. Next I'll read. So it looks like it's waiting for me to say continue. So I'll say continue. Speeding up the video in the interest of time. Okay, now it looks like it continued with the next set of 5 files. But again, it looks like for every 5 set of files, I have to tell it to continue. Again, not necessarily the best user experience from my perspective. Speeding up the video in the interest of time. I mean, it looks like I had summaries up to file 10. It said it read 11 through 15, but I don't see summaries for 11 through 15. Okay, it looks like it's now generating 11 through 15. Now it's doing 16 through 20. Okay, not necessarily a great. I was a little confused in the order things were presented, but it's working. But again, I now have to tell it to continue again. Continue. Speeding up the video in the interest of time. Okay, it's still working on this. Again, this is taking way longer than I was expecting to wait to get the information. Okay, at this point, I think I'm going to stop. Again, I've only gotten up to file 20, but in my chat log, I already have to go up to 43, and this is taking, like I said, longer than I was expecting. So I'm going to stop this. So as you can see, these were some of the issues, many of the issues that I found in trying to do everything in Visual Studio Code with GitHub Copilot. And that's what led me to try the alternative approach that I showed in the earlier video of just letting GitHub Copilot and Visual Studio Code generate a list of URLs that I can retrieve from my GitHub repo, and then let ChatGPT itself do all of the hard work of reading the files and summarizing the results. And from my perspective, that worked out a little bit better. Though I'll acknowledge there is one manual effort there where I have to copy and paste the URLs into a text file, and then copy from the text file into ChatGPT. Again, while there might be some manual work, the responsiveness of ChatGPT to questions of summarizing the content was way quicker than what I could get out of Visual Studio Code with GitHub Copilot.